Hi, this is Lee again, and I'd like to talk to you about natural bodybuilding and some tips on what you can do to increase your size, your mass, definition of muscles. One thing I'd like to say is that I've been doing bodybuilding for 10 years, and actually in 2002 I was trained by a world champion in Indonesia. His name was Adirai. As a natural bodybuilding champion. Adirai is really very well known in Indonesia. And I had the privilege of attending one of his seminars in 2002. And lots of other bodybuilders came and watched and learned from him. And I got a certificate from Adirai and the team. And one of the things that I learned is that if you want to optimize your bodybuilding, you need to eat complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are like sweet potatoes, yams. So you want to focus more on the long-lasting, energy-burning potatoes category that you eat, as opposed to simple carbohydrates would be like sugar, flour, you know, the bread stuff, white bread. You're eating that. That's for quick energy. But if you want long-lasting energy, we call those complex carbohydrates, and that would be classified as yams and sweet potatoes. Also, you want to maintain a high protein diet. So let's say you weigh 200 pounds. Obviously, you're going to be eating tons of protein. Each time you eat a meal, you're going to try to look at 30 grams of protein, 25, 30 grams. If you're going to eat up to 200 grams plus of protein, you need to eat lots of protein throughout the day. So that would consist of egg whites. You can bulk up on egg whites. Adirai himself got up to, I think it was 40 egg whites a day, not the yellows. No. Egg whites alone as one of the really excellent sources of protein. Also, another thing that you can do is eat lots of chicken breasts, boiled. Not from KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. No. We stay away from grease. So that's another way to optimize your building of your muscles. Protein intake is very important. Diet, yeah, you need to not only eat protein, but you need to combine your protein with vegetables. A balanced diet basically is what you're looking at. Just like any other average balanced diet, you need to have vegetables, proteins. You need to have natural oils. Olive oil is very excellent, and this is a frequently neglected item. A lot of people think, well, if you're a bodybuilder, you do not want oil in your system. Well, that's not true. Before my bodybuilding competitions, one of the things that I did was I purchased a bottle of olive oil and started just taking a tablespoon and eating that with my meal, and that seemed to work quite well. So do not understand the concept that, oh, avoid oil at all costs. Well, there is natural oil or good oil, or it's not grease, yeah, vegetable oil, or olive oil, which is good for you, but thick vegetable oil is not good, so you need to differentiate between the two. Some other bodybuilding tips. If you're injured, what do you do? Can you still do bodybuilding? I've been doing bodybuilding since I was mid-30s, and now I'm 45 plus. And one thing that I learned, that you can still train while you're hurt or injured, or if you have minor injuries. Yeah, one thing you can do is just work with the machines. Normally, bodybuilders have a tendency to gravitate towards free weights, but when you're injured, you need to go back to the machines, the Smith machines, the presses that have stabilized control. It's very important to have stabilized control, because then you won't shift and then re-injure yourself. One of the big injuries that I had back in 2004, I think it was a forearm injury, because when you're lifting those heavy weights, you're starting off in bodybuilding sometimes you're going to really mess up your forearms, and you can't do anything. It's one of the most crippling injuries in bodybuilding or weightlifting, weight training. You just can't lift anything. You can't even lift your arm sometimes. Lifting a piece of paper is excruciatingly painful. But you can work through these issues. My forearm injury actually took 3 months before I could actually do any proper weightlifting or weight training. But still, I was able to do high reps to maintain the muscle definition. That's another thing. If you want to maintain not only muscle mass, but if you do high reps, that's good for toning your body as you work with 12 to 15 repetitions. Sometimes you can do supersets. You could do 20 reps per set, and you can experiment and try those different types of strategies. Yeah, I'm kind of freelancing now a little bit, giving you some tips and some ideas. Hopefully you can gain some knowledge from my experience as a bodybuilder or a weight trainer for 10 years. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Sign off.